Jensen. Right there. Jensen Bergeron. 165 is Carson Freeman. 174 is Aiden Knight. 184 is Jeffrey Zoo. Yeah, we're all good. Oh, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Timpkin Center on the campus of Limestone University for tonight's Conference Carolinas wrestling matchup between the visiting Falcons of Montevallo University and your Limestone University Saints. Prior to the match tonight, we have a 174-pound exhibition between Montevallo's Bryson Turner and Limestone's Osmore Rivera Rosas. And Rosas escapes for 1 point. Turner has a slight advantage on the riding time right now, as he leads this exhibition bout 3-1 early on in the first period. Turner drops down to try to take the legs out. Rivera Rosas in a very awkward position right now, as Turner looks to secure more points. And he does. That's 3 more. Now he leads 6-1 with 1 minute 5 seconds to go in the first period. The Falcons making the 5.5-hour trip from Alabama down to Gaffney. And Turner secures the win with a pin. So in the 174-pound exhibition, you have Bryson Turner for Montevallo taking the win via pin over Osmar Rivera Rosas. And now we will get started with the remainder of the match. I will turn the mic over to Tyler Rowe and Mark Kistler, as I will go and handle music duty for the night with Seth Eves on PA. I hope you enjoyed the show. Go Saints.
Do you have the time to listen to their wine?
Yeah, as you heard, SID and Matthew Ferris commentating that whole exhibition. What do you think so far about that exhibition, though, for Montevallo? I mean, they came out really quick and really got a really quick pin. So
yeah, hands are always strong in the beginning. People are always wanting to have a good start. But then he got taken down. Osmar got taken down and couldn't get out of that position. It just something he needs to work on.
The scoreboard has completely shut off here. I don't think they noticed that the scoreboard shut off. And I think it was because we had a power failure or something in earlier, but I don't know. I'm just kind of confused. We're supposed to go to Spotlight, which is, it gets dark in here and it looks nice and a little fun arena to really wrestle in and stuff like that with the Spotlight in here, but
Brings a little bit of a cooler environment to try to wrestle in.
yeah, a lot cooler environment, a lot nicer environment.
Kind of looks like the coach is looking at that now.
Yeah, like I said, there was a power failure that happened a second ago. It didn't knock this off, but I think it happened on that side, and it flicked the lights off and flipped them back on. I mean, the spotlight's back on. Scoreboard's a different story. Scoreboard, something really flipped off the scoreboard, but I mean, luckily there wasn't no truly big instances, because now all they got to do is just go down there, unplug it, plug it back in, and put the time back up and just reset everything. So, but we're going to let you listen to some of the sights and sounds. We'll come back on with commentary once the matches get ready to get started here at the Timpkin Center. So you'll hear Seth Eves first, and then we'll come back on and just commentate and enjoy the show with you. So, but let you go to listen to sights and sounds real quick. So. Yeah, I mean, all you do is just you commentate. You basically say, yeah, you say what like you see, because you have a different perspective than me.
I just didn't want to say anything while he was listening because like he was doing all the commentating.
Well, yeah, right. But with me, I want you to, know a lot more about this sport. You know a lot more about what you go take over and stuff like that. So you take over with whatever you need to take over and stuff like that. I got him on mic with me. Huh? I got him on mic with me today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Timpkin Center on the campus of Limestone University for tonight's Conference Carolinas match between the visiting Falcons of Montevallo University and your Limestone University Saints. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you please rise if you are able as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet tonight's starters. At 125 pounds for Montevallo, a freshman from Lakeland, Florida, Colt Brown. And for Limestone, a senior from the Plains, Ohio, Trey Finnerty. At 133 pounds for Montevallo, a freshman from Alabaster, Alabama, Corey Jones. And for Limestone, the junior from Greenwood, South Carolina, Jaquan Williams. In the 141-pound weight class, for Montevallo, a freshman from Wetumpka, Alabama, Shad Strickland. And for Limestone, a junior from Marshall, South Carolina, Colleen Hurd, or senior from Indiana, South Carolina, Weston Wynn. At 149 pounds, for Montevallo, a freshman from Springville, Alabama, Trent Gillum. And for Limestone, a senior from Birmingham, Alabama, Brandon Seabright. At 157 pounds, from Montevallo, a freshman from Lafayette, Louisiana, Jensen Bergeron. And for Limestone, a senior from Fort Mill, South Carolina, Markeith Drakeford Hughes. In the 165-pound weight class for Montevallo, a freshman from Alabaster, Alabama, Carson Freeman. For Limestone, a freshman from Trinity, North Carolina, Chase McKinney. At 174 pounds for Montevallo, a freshman from McCall, Alabama, Aiden Knight. And for Limestone, a junior from Greenville, South Carolina, Garrett Starks. At 184 pounds for Montevallo, a freshman from Alabaster, Alabama, Jeffrey Tubbs. For Limestone, a graduate student from Columbia, South Carolina, Wes Bostic. At 197 pounds for Montevallo, a freshman from McAllen, Alabama, Sadian Graham. For Limestone, a freshman from Rochester, Wisconsin, Jack Trutman III. And in the heavyweight division for Montevallo, a freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee, Noah Todd. For Limestone, a freshman from Roebuck, South Carolina, Caleb Melton. Montevallo is coached by Daniel Owen.
And we're back. So about to get ready to get started here. Alongside Mark, former wrestler, out for the season right now with surgery, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a partially torn meniscus, but I'll be back in 6 weeks.
So you gonna be wrestling the season, or you think they're gonna keep? How do you think it's gonna?
Maybe not. Not sure.
Yeah, you gotta fix that mic. That mic's just it likes to turn. So like I would say go below and then pull up. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you can pull it closer. You just have to. So you're just gonna have to fix it, or just switch mics with me.
Switch mic? Okay.
Yeah. So, getting ready to get set as in the 125 class. Montevallo in the purple. Limestone most likely in the blue. So, what do you expect to see from this?
I expect to see some guys go out there and start hard in the beginning, and then we'll see maybe some people fall off later on in the match, or maybe they'll keep it up and we'll see some really good action going on here, but we won't know until it starts. I've seen a lot of different kind of things going on here. Lighter guys like to go quick and fast and hard the whole time, so I guess we're going to see right now.
Yeah, so Trey Finnerty, out of a senior out of the Plains, Ohio, 5'9" frame, versus Montevallo's Colt Brown, a 5'9" freshman out of Lakeland, Florida. So you're going to
Trey slipped right there.
Yeah, that's a really good slip. You're going to see a lot of freshmen coming up for this Montevallo squad. They they like to really use their freshmen. So a lot of hand fighting right now. Just
hand fighting, feeling each other out, trying to create angles and shot positions. Doesn't look like they're getting any right now, but it's still early in the match with 50 seconds.
And it looked like Brown tried to take a shot right there, and Trey's got a little.
Trey was able to get that headlock, and he gets out of it.
Still 0-0 with a minute 50 and counting in this match, and still a lot of hand fighting. I mean, this is something that you usually see in the upper weight, and Trey got a shot right there.
Was looking to finish it. He needs to pull it up to in front of him. And he goes back.
And he's trying to get that other back leg, trying to pull it closer to him. And
if he shoves that leg up, he can finish it. And I think that's it right there.
Yeah, 3 points,
3 points right there.
Henry. And, I mean, Trey's
And he's
just,
very, very high on the ride right now. Looks like he's about to escape. There he goes.
so what would you have done right there with the?
Well, the object is when you take someone down, you want to not be so high on them. You saw how his hips were very, very high on the other guy's back.
Yeah.
Well, you want to be a little further back so you can have more control and start fighting wrists, but he didn't have any forward pressure at all. But that could have also just been for the defense from the other guy. Looking to, if he pulls that leg up and shelves it there, he can have a really good opportunity to limp arm out and take
Yeah.
it back down.
Yeah,
And there it goes
that's
right
what he did right there,
Yep,
so.
yep.
That's what he was looking for. He was, I mean, you got 25 seconds left to go,
6'1", Limestone.
and he's trying to go.
High again, but he's trying to ride legs.
And
Look, he has a cradle locked up.
And that's what you want to do right there. You don't want to go high. And that last one, he slipped. So,
He has somewhat of a cradle, but short time is not going to get it.
no, it's better off just to get the riding time right there and take the 6 points.
Solid first period, though. 3 minutes is a long time in these matches. Doesn't seem very long, but it is. It's like a 3-minute sprint, and he was able to score 6 points. That's pretty significant.
It looks like Trey's going to start bottom right here, so trying to get an extra point to get out. But
His head goes straight down. He needs to be able to pressure up.
Brown still chipping away with the riding time right now. I mean, it's not really a factor with 20 seconds of riding time for Limestone and counting down. So, but there's still, you still got another round after this. So, isn't it 3 rounds you said?
Yes. 3-minute first period, 2 minutes second and third period.
So it's not a sprint.
He look okay. Trey had the back leg there. I think that's why he stopped it.
Yeah, no,
Or
it's
no, it was a nosebleed.
yeah, blood
Yeah.
issue. So could have been scratch somewhere. Yeah, I think they scratched each other when they were going for it, and I mean the mats aren't really too nice of a place to really be moving around much. I mean,
Yeah, mats can sometimes scratch you up. I've definitely had situations like that, but it's also just people how they hand fight and how they curl wrists and other things like that. It's easy to cut people with your nails even if they're down very, very low. But you see that quite often, so this isn't unfamiliar ground.
yeah, and I mean you didn't see either person. Nobody really got mad about it. I mean it was just a little scratch right there, here and there, and you get the blood cleaned up, get it all stopped, and then once you get it all cleaned up, you get back to action. So, little stoppage right here with 1:21 left to go in the second period. Glad to have Mark on with me. He knows a lot more about the sport than I do, so.
He looked like he had a good first move, but he got stopped. And
Looks
then
like
he
he's
goes
gonna-
for a reversal,
And
possibly.
he might get it if he can just.
Oh,
It's in a weird
this is
spot
a
right here.
weird scramble here.
Yeah, and I think he's just gonna intent to maybe sliding out a little bit. Yeah, I think Trey was okay with pushing it out after he didn't get the reversal.
If there was possibly a way he could get in danger, which is kind of what it looked like almost, it would be better just to go out of bounds than to get exposure or anything like that.
And that was smart for Brown to not really let go of that hold and continue fighting after he almost got reversed.
Looks for a switch. No. Brown able to get behind. Now Trey's flat.
And that's probably the best thing to do right now. I mean, right now you're just trying to make Brown make the first move, and Trey's just gonna mostly chill back and have a little movement without stalling.
Yeah, he's in a pretty good lead right now. We definitely need to see Brown make some sort of movement, maybe cut him and then try to take him down, or try to go for back points or something. But you see a little tilt right there. He's trying to get some back points.
Yeah, and Trey's trying to get back flat.
He's back flat again. Got 5 seconds left.
And see, this is a senior versus freshman matchup right here. So the senior versus freshman matchup right now, the senior's currently doing what he's got to do to come out of here with a dub.
Trey did a good job in the first period, racking up some points in the beginning, and then Brown did a really good job being able to hold down Trey pretty much the entire second period.
And it looks like Trey's high on him
third
again.
period.
Trey's very high on him still.
He's looking for that legs right there. He's hooking his legs with his legs.
Is that what you would do right here? Or?
I am a heavyweight. I don't leg ride, but they're very experienced with leg riding.
And
Right here.
He's trying to
get back exposure, and he can get it right here. No.
Brown's definitely fighting, doing all he can to fight.
Trey's always been really good at cranking that shoulder when he's riding legs, so that he could possibly get back points here.
And he looks like, you saw where Brown just took a slide. He went down farther trying to get Trey higher. And
yeah, see, he's cranking that shoulder. There it goes. That could be potentially dangerous almost.
Yeah.
Oh, see it. Okay.
I mean, Trey's erasing that riding time right there.
It's 10 seconds away from being out of.
I think
not going to be a factor at this point. So
no, because you have to have a minute of riding time to even consider a point. Yeah. So I think Trey's just now trying to.
He could get back exposure right here, and if he gets it, they're going to get possibly a major. He's got short time to get it, though.
Yeah, he's got to go if he's going to go, but he's also got to watch for a fall because you can easily lose this match due to a fall.
And could be possibly getting him out short time, shoots him out of bounds.
Yeah. So 16.
He gives one to Brown. 1 point Brown. They're going to start neutral.
Well, I think they let some of the time run off, so they got to fix the time up a little bit. It's got to be, should be 16 seconds is last I saw.
16.
Yeah, 17 seconds, so. But I mean, as long as Finnerty just keeps on fighting and just holds him like that, then it's not going to make a difference. So looks like Finnerty's going to get the win right here with 1 second, and it wasn't a major, but
that's a lead. That starts the pace in the match. That's definitely a big step, even if it's just 3 points. It's 3-0 Limestone.
So, and that's a good win if you want it. So now for Montevallo, in the 133-pound class, a freshman out of Alabaster, Alabama, Corey Jones. And for Limestone, a 5'7" junior out of Greenwood, South Carolina, Jaquan Williams. So, and Jaquan, last match, Jaquan had a really good battle. I mean, he was quick to his feet. He took his opportunities and really did well. So,
not much hand fighting here. We don't really see a whole lot of hands on each other, to kind of just feeling each other out like they normally do in the first period. But there's also just no contact at all, which he might call something on that pretty soon. The ref might call something on that.
What would he call for that? If
just no action. No action is like he'd be like, okay, come on guys, we need to put our hands on each other at least, and we're not making any improvement here, or you're not creating angles if your hand's not on them. So
would that be a ref's decision on when he wants to call it, or?
Right, yeah. I mean, it depends on the ones. I mean, that one looks like a pretty patient ref so far, but because I would have said something here at least.
And just try to get the action started, because I mean, you're 1 minute and 45, and they've only hand fought twice, and one opportunity to really do anything.
There
with
was a shot attempt, and the second shot attempt got that low single, building up to a high single.
What's a way Williams could get out, and Williams did get out right there.
It's just a hard whizzer is what you can really do, and possibly just pressure your leg down. You got a stall in there.
Yeah, and that was more.
Because I think he pushed him out is what it
Well,
was.
yeah, he was going out, and you could hear up front where the fans were saying that he circled in, but he also stepped back a little bit before he decided to move.
A really good shot attempt. Unfortunately, no finish there.
For Jones. And
Oh, it was a hard throw by, but then wasn't pressuring in, gets into a single, and then he finishes there.
And that's what you're going to have is when Williams tries to be aggressive, and Williams is trying to get out and almost slammed onto the
table
hardwood.
there.
Yeah.
Jaquan needs to be explosive here. What normally attacks wrestlers the most is when they're on bottom, they get comfortable sitting there instead of having a heavy sense of urgency trying to stand up, which there he shifted a little bit. You could see his hips shift a little bit in the very beginning, trying to get an angle on him, but didn't work out for him.
And you can see right there, and Jones just hitting the arm, trying to just force Williams
He looked
back.
like he wanted to suck him back, but I guess the coach's signaled to just cut him. So
And there's
looking for another takedown.
does a coach's decision usually come in effect more than what you want to really do?
Absolutely, because the coaches have way more experience, and they also see everything from a different perspective than what you're seeing. You're filled with adrenaline going out there on the line, but then the coaches are on a calm mind, and they're just sitting there watching everything that's happening. They're watching everything that the other wrestler is doing, and they can see everything just a little bit better.
Do you usually, as that goes down and Limestone down with Williams 3-1 to Jones for Montevallo. So do you usually go with what the coaches do sometimes, or does your adrenaline sometimes take over when you're out there and you just forget about?
I think it's always the best thing to go for whatever the coach is looking for. At least from my experience, I never even – sometimes I'd be in a position where I didn't know what to do, and I had like a feeling, but then I would look at the coach. The best thing to do is just what they're telling you. So then when you do it, you're like, oh, that was a much better
decision.
Than what I was going to do. So
yeah, and Williams did get a point for that escape, so making it 3-2. Riding time in favor of Montevallo. And Williams, I feel like Williams is trying to attack way too fast instead of.
He definitely is slowing down a significant amount. They have hands on each other now, but they're also kind of hanging on each other. Goes for a low single there.
That's it right there,
finishes it quickly.
And see, that right there is why you keep hands on each other, because that can change anywhere. Once he misses a shoot, you just go for it. And
now Jaquan is in the lead with 5-3.
And looks like Jones is trying to get an escape right here, but
keeps on good pressure with the tight waist and the far arm or close arm.
And he's got that one arm pinned behind him, so he can't really.
Yeah, he's looking for maybe a tilt here or something.
Well, you can tell.
Oh, here we go.
He was trying to
get a bar there.
Yeah, he was trying to keep that arm behind him, because when you got one arm trying to get up and you got a man draped behind you trying to make sure you don't get up, it's a lot more difficult than you having both arms and escaping real quickly.
For sure. And he's also a very good pinning position there, too. Crank that shoulder and then
he's trying to do it quick. Yeah, he was trying to pin him right there, but
if he pulls that arm over his head, he can just turn him possibly. Looking for that bar, gets out. Last second, almost got an escape, but
making it
5-3 still.
5-3 in favor of Williams.
33 seconds riding time.
Still a junior versus freshman in this battle. Junior being on the Saints side and freshman being on Montevallo's side, and they both decided to stay up on this last set. Would you have done that with?
Probably because a 3-point takedown right here would change the lead of the match. It would instantly put Jones in the lead.
And if you're Jones right here, are you waiting for Williams to make a mistake, or are you trying to attack?
With 2 seconds down or with 2 points down, it's really, and only a minute left. It need to be very urgent trying to get a takedown here. There's no waiting. You just need to get your angles and your attacks, because Jaquan is just wanting to wait. He's wanting the other guy to take a shot.
So he can counter that. But
Yeah.
So
A minute left.
yeah, a minute left. Well, 55 seconds left. Williams up 5-3.
That was a fake there.
Jones really having to make a move right here, but Williams still trying to battle. And
Williams needs to be careful. I see him slipping a little bit. And if he gets taken down, it's pretty late in the match now. It would be that could be a loss for him if he's not careful.
yeah, and riding time's not gonna matter.
Affect.
No, not with 33 seconds.
Doesn't really look like Brown's going to take a shot. 15 seconds left. Hasn't even attempted anything. There it goes.
And Williams played it smart right there.
Yep. Going back to the center. Shot fake.
Oh,
he got it. Wait, no, he didn't got it yet.
That's not a takedown, and he didn't get it. So,
Oh,
wow.
Very close. But he had that arm still, so there was no control there.
So that's the reason why that takedown did not count.
Yeah, Williams had that arm behind us, but he almost had a wizard there, so that's why it didn't count.
Yeah, he did get 1 point for, it looked like an escape. So
I thought it was no, it wasn't an escape.
well,
Yeah, I think it was just pushing him out of bounds, like a stalling or something.
yeah, so he won it. So
Very close match.
so
Got the Limestone Saints in a 6-point lead now.
yeah, Jaquan Williams doing enough to win that. As now in the 149-pound class, you got for Montevallo, Trenton Gilliam, a freshman out of Springville, Alabama, in the purple on the right side of the screen. And for the Saints, 141, Chad Strickland, my bad, a freshman out of Wetumpka, Alabama. And for Limestone, Kaleem Hurd, a 5'7" junior out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. So should be a very interesting match. I mean, look, already quick fighting, and Kaleem gets a quick
Kaleem
three.
has a quick takedown there. Quick double leg. Very, very aggressive wrestler. He's just looking to fake snap, and then shot. Go.
Is that usually what he does?
Yeah, very, very aggressive. Hand fighting straight to his shot. He's not messing around.
He wants to go ahead and get the match over as quick as possible.
Oh, yeah. He wants to make the other guy feel it is what it is.
Yeah, and it looks like the ref's about to call, getting close to calling out of bounds as Strickland's.
Well, as long as the toe is in, it's still in bounds, so they still have a good amount of wiggle room. But really, I think what he's looking for is
A stall.
possibly
maybe.
a stall. Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there. But there's also really nothing you can do if the other guy is flat.
And there's the toe going out, right? Oh, we still, there it goes, yeah. So, and it was right before Hurd was about to get a quick probably roll. Really
Possibly.
quick roll. And see, that's the difference between women's wrestling and men's wrestling is a roll counts as 2 over there in women's, whereas men's, you get a roll, you just got to keep fighting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I think they call this like freestyle wrestling.
Oh, yeah, freestyle wrestling, yeah. Any exposure to your back is 2 points. That's a totally different thing than this. So this is folk style.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quick. Grab that ankle down to a single. Looking to shelf it. Oh, he let go. He was able to kick out of it.
And that was smart by the freshman out of Alabama.
Yeah, he was quick. He was quick to be able to kick out of that.
So Strickland.
Hand fighting.
Strickland still trying to find the way to get 2 points back. And a lot of hand fighting, and Hurd might have just put himself in an awkward spot.
Yeah, that was almost like a high risk, high reward, and unfortunately wasn't able to get those underhooks.
And that he comes off that leg, but does he have the arm on the other? He does. So it's going to be it's going to be tough. But if Hurd can somehow escape this,
Hurd, if he just gets his leg out, he can just circle around and grab that 3 points real quick.
But his foot stepped out right here, so and they're going to go
going neutral.
Neutral. So I would have thought it would have been top bottom, but they went.
Well, I think the coach gave it up.
So Hurd still up 3-1 on Strickland right now, and Hurd taking a quick shot again and gets him down.
Back in, yeah.
And if you're a wrestler, do you usually start adjusting to what they do in the second and third round after they've done it multiple times, or are you?
Even in the first period, you feel each other out, and if he does little things, you'll start noticing it, little hand positions and stuff. You can immediately pick up on that. But the match is pretty short, so you kind of have to adjust very, very quickly. So you're able to do that on the first period. Second period, definitely. Third period is normally when people just get tired, and you can it's just a grind from there. It's whoever wants it most.
And it looks like Hurd's decided to go down for the Saints, and Strickland on top. And Hurd, quick movement, trying to get the one escape point. Doesn't. Try to do a roll. And it looks
like he's in possibly a tilt position.
And yeah.
If he goes a little bit further back, he's going to get some exposure there. Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
No, I think Hurd kind of held Strickland's arm hand right there and just tried to keep it there, so he didn't really get a little movement out. So right in time, counting down for Hurd.
Still in a healthy lead, 6-1, like the first match with Trey.
And it looks like Hurd's trying to get out. Strickland's got a tough grip, though. And
there it goes. 7-1. That's a healthy lead. He's still looking to attack. Hurd is.
And looking at this Montevallo team, I mean, most of them, almost every single one of them are freshmen except two. You got a fifth year and a sophomore.
That's a lot of freshmen, yeah.
And y'all can't see the roster over here, but we have a huge roster.
And every single one of them says freshmen. They were thrown out of bounds there.
I'm going to take a look at the schedule. You just go ahead and do your commentating of it.
Short time here. Still wanting to look for a position. Strickland needs to get some action here if he wants the chance to catch back up. Looking at the time, Strickland is.
So, looking at the schedule, Hurd still trying to.
Going for.
Almost.
Nearly had it. 3 seconds left.
7-1 lead going into the third period between Hurd and Strickland. So looking at Montevallo, they're 2-1 on the season, 1-1 in conference play and action. They went against at the Patriot Open. Went against Allen 132-15. Lost against Newberry 31-14. Had the Georgia Open, and then their last recorded matchup was against Midway University in Kentucky, where they won 27-16. And then they had a tournament that they were there all day at against Life University in Georgia, Marietta, Georgia. For Limestone, Limestone comes on this year 2-2. Lost to the #1 team in the country, Lander, 48-0. Then bounced back and had a home matchup where Strickland takes a shot.
Hurd able to get a really deep hips here and has the arm too. Strickland has almost no position here.
And this could be a easy three if
This
Hurd,
could be a major if he circles here.
and it's,
And it's gonna be
nah,
stalemate.
yeah, there was no movement. So, but they, on November the 15th, they went against Lincoln Memorial, which most of y'all saw. They're in neutral position. Won that 34-10.
40 seconds left.
Then went to against VMI at VMI on that Sunday, lost to them 37-16. 37-6. And then faced off against Marymount up there as well in Lexington, Virginia, winning that 50-0. So
15 seconds left. Still looking for a shot, Kaleem is. Oh, and then Strickland gets a shot of his own.
Kaleem's really doing a great justice right there, keeping that leg way back. And
2 seconds left and not able to finish.
another 3-point win for the Saints. As Hurd gets a win over Strickland, and now we're going to the 149-pound class with
Winner by 7-1 decision, Kaleem Hurd. Next up at 149 pounds from Montevallo,
Trent Gillum,
Trent Gillum.
freshman out of Springville, Alabama. And for the Saints, we got Brandon Seawright, 5'5" senior out of Birmingham, Alabama. And don't let his size fool you. I mean,
Very, very athletic, very strong,
very quick.
very fast.
And with Montevallo, I mean, look at the height
Very,
difference.
very lengthy. Trenton, there's a big advantage there, but Brandon knows more than anybody to get around that.
And see, that's more.
It doesn't allow it to affect him at all.
And look at that right
Immediately
there.
gets a takedown.
And then he's trying to get up, and Brandon.
Almost tries to lift him, looks for it again. I think he's just trying to prove a point here.
Senior versus freshman right here, and the senior right now is currently wasn't allowing much with Seawright, but freshman does get the point on the escape. And
Trying quick slide there. Brandon able to pass it by.
Gillum,
Into a double leg.
Gillum,
If he drives forward, he can finish it. And I think he's able to there. There we go.
Gillum really
6'1".
trying to use his height to his advantage, his lengthiness. And Seawright, when you have an experienced senior in Seawright that has done this for a long time, I mean, this is what you usually will see. Somebody.
Also, so far, Limestone has been on the attack all night. Almost every single match. Within the first period, it's 6-1, now 6-2.
And I think Seawright's fine with giving that point up because now he can go and get another three right real quick. And
He's plenty of time to do it.
if you're getting multiple threes right now, I mean, it's not like you're really.
It doesn't take very long before the match to be over. Tech fall is much, much easier to get now.
Since it's what, 15 or?
Yeah, 15 points over your opponent's score is a tech fall.
And
Trenton on the leg.
he took a shot real quick, and
He did.
looks like Seawright's still trying to.
Has really deep hips on him right now.
And he's trying to cradle him, but as you heard the coach yelling, but can't really.
He needs to break that grip. Grabbing that ankle instead. He needs to get his leg back. Oh, no possible cradle there. There's an awkward position. Another three for Brandon Seawright. Ahead 9-2, 20 seconds left in the first period. Almost a minute of riding time for Brandon.
And Seawright can really just take more riding time right here and take it into the second period if he wants to. Looks like Gillum's trying to get the handoff and got one of them off. And
If he's going to let him go in the last second, no, he's not.
no, Seawright was trying to make sure he kept him away from getting that 1 point. And it looks like they're going to make the decision on what's best, and most likely going to be,
Going 9-2 should be going down.
yeah,
To get a quick one and then a quick escape would give you 4 points. And that would make it a lot closer. About 6-9 if he can get it, an escape and a takedown quickly. Goes optional start.
and Seawright just gave it up. He was like, I'm not even going to try it, so I'm going to let you do that so I can try to get 3 points right here.
And even bigger. He's looking for a major here.
Mm-hmm.
Hard club there. Very rough hand fighting. And slips under and grabs a double leg, get into a single leg. Trenton going to finish it this time.
And
He looks like he's rolling himself back, getting himself into almost like a cradle position here.
And he almost has a cradle. If he can just get him.
A minute 20, he has plenty of time to execute it.
And you can use Gillum's advantage, and that's a 3 right there. And you can use Gillum's advantage right here. Gillum's going to try to find some way to get out, and now it looks like he's probably about to go back down.
Able to break that grip.
And is Seawright going to let him get up? Yep. So
Gillum needs to work here. He is 9 points behind. And but the thing about wrestling is it can change all in a second.
yeah, a quick fall can really turn this game, this
But
match around.
Seawright really not letting anything go. Got another 3.
And right now you're looking at 4 points as a
An 11-point lead. 4 points away from a tech fall.
tech falls are worth what? How many points? 6?
5.
5? 6 is a major. Is a what? Pin?
Yeah, 6 is a pin. 4 is a 5 is a tech fall. 4 is a major, and then 3 is just a win.
And see
7 seconds left in the second period.
Seawright over here. That's where Gillum's lengthiness really kind of throws him down, where usually a normal person could be able to put their foot on the outside and not have to worry about it. Gillum has so much height that he has to worry about it, and Seawright tried to get a slam at the last second but could not. So
No points given up. Seawright wants to go neutral.
and,
He wants to prove a point here.
and they added points on the home side. It's not 13 to what you call it. And they got to fix the
eye
scoreboard.
poke.
And they didn't get the score right. The scoreboard kind of got messed up. So it's not 13 to nothing. I promise you. He didn't get a slam. He didn't get him on his back. So it should be 15 to
4.
15 to 4.
Still, the team score was the one that was messed up.
And I think it should be 9 to nothing. Still,
Yeah.
Limestone got three wins. And they got to fix the
I
riding
think
time.
they want to fix it now.
The riding time's got to be fixed. The riding time should be 1 minute and 54 seconds for the Saints. So I think they kind of went a little early right there on the win and kind of threw everything off.
Or I think it's just I think I see freshmen operating the operating the clock, so it could just be that they're not used to it and they just push the wrong button. You know, it happens. I've been there.
Yeah, and they have the normal time. They have the time on here.
Riding time is way off.
Yeah, so they're going to add it. They're going to just count it up right now until it comes up, and then most likely stop the clock if Gillum gets a takedown.
See right, circling back in, taking a shot. Looks like he's going to get it.
And he did get it.
If he gets one more point, that's a tech fall.
And he's going to let him neutral.
He lets him up, wait till he gets that point, and now he's going for it.
Yeah, now you go for it right here.
If he finishes here, he hasn't been able to break this grip. Hasn't been able to circle around and defend this shot, but Gillum also hasn't been able to finish it.
No, and that could just be the lack of experience right there with Gillum, and he's rotating, and that's going to do it right there. So tech fall right there.
5 points for Limestone.
So tech fall for the Saints. So the 160 or 157-pound weight class. I'm looking for him right now. For Montevallo, Jensen Bergeron. My bad if I mispronounced that. A freshman out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Went to Lafayette High School in Louisiana. And for Limestone, Marquise Drakerford Yagi. A redshirt senior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. So, again, another senior versus freshman. And
it's crazy how that's worked out so far. It's almost, I mean, the score almost backs it up to 14-0 so far. It's all older guys versus freshmen. It's a tough match. It's definitely doable, though. We've definitely seen that in past matches.
Yeah, and I mean, right now they don't have the height, but I mean, right now you got
Marquise
Yagi
in on a shot, looking to finish here, and he does.
You got Yagi, who is 5'9", and I mean, he's a redshirt senior, so he's been in a lot of matches. He's had a lot of experience doing this, and just stuff that
Going
he can
for
do.
the tilt there, and he's gonna get his count. He's got 4.
And it should be 4 point, yeah. So
Quick 7. See, the 3-point takedown changes everything. Now he's in a 7-point lead. Do that one more time, and then he's at a 14-1 lead.
and a simple takedown will end this match in the first round. So, and he looks like he's trying to
Going
do it
for
right
another
there.
tilt. Do you have exposure there?
There was.
Let's see, I got a 2.
So there's 2 points right there. And see, that's the redshirt senior. I mean, he doesn't have to work much right now.
He just grabs he has the 2-on-1, and he's just cranking it.
Yeah, he's just gonna do what he can, and if you're
It's worked twice now, so he's going for it again.
Yeah, if you're Montevallo, you really got to get out of this, because this is
A dangerous position for him. It's going to end the match quick if he stays there.
and I mean, all the riding time has been for Yagi. And it looks like he's trying to do it right there. Tried to roll and still got back exposure right
Gets
there.
exposure there. Getting 4. Was that 4 or was that 3? I only saw 3.
4.
2 more points is all he needs. I'm thinking he might cut him, or he might just do it again. Very close to the edge here. 45 seconds left in the first period. And
you can tell Yagi's got his foot right there, and they're still kind of in play, and it looks like
he can.
It was gonna. I feel like Yagi didn't want to give up a single point right there, but he bettered himself and just said, "I'm just gonna put him back in the middle."
I think he's want to go Optional start? No. I think he's going to want to let him up here.
Yeah.
No, 30 seconds left. He's not letting that go.
No, he
With
wants.
riding time, he's won already. But that's not a factor until after the match.
Yeah, so I think he'd much rather just go ahead and just
End
try to
it
get
right
a pin,
here.
and he's going to try to
Not
almost
yet,
get it.
Not
But
quite. Went a little fast.
right there, he should have slowed down a little bit quicker to get.
Yeah, turns, you definitely want to go a little slower because when they're going fast, you get momentum. You can spin
That's
out of
going to
it.
do it right there. That's 3, and that's 4, and that's going to do it.
Another 5 for Limestone.
And right there in the first period, too, makes it even more interesting.
Winner, Marquise Draper. Yay! Next up, 165-pound class from Montevallo.
Now we're going to the 165-pound class with Carson Freeman, freshman out of Alabaster, Alabama, Thompson High School. And for Limestone, you got Chase McKinney, 5'10" freshman out of Trinity, North Carolina.
Very aggressive here already with the hand snaps, hand fighting. The freshman comes out, and he's wanting to see what he can do.
And see, this is more of a even matchup because you have a freshman versus freshman matchup. So, and this is where you're going to really see who's got the more experience type deal. Like, who can just work out, and stuff like that. And McKinney takes a shot and just somehow Freeman gets out of it. I mean, Freeman
On
could.
this roster, it says Chase is a freshman, but that's definitely not the case. He's either a junior or a senior.
And it looks like McKinney's going to try to get in tilt and then try to get the leg
Got
down.
that single leg. Wanting to finish here, possibly double off, or going out of bounds.
And he
Even
tried
though
to
his
pull
foot
him.
was still in,
He tried to pull him.
the ref calls it.
And I think that's just better off because you're over there close to the board over there. You don't want to take a hit in there.
Not a very long mat from the perimeter of the circle, and then it's just hard floor. So I think the ref made a good call on that one. He's just looking out for the wrestlers.
Yeah, that's a way better call than letting them fight, and then somebody gets hit into the board and we have a serious injury. So I'm going to look at that real quick because I know on the roster it says a freshman, but like you said, you think that he's like a junior or senior.
Slowing down on the hand fighting. Freshman's looking for defense now, by the looks of it. Less of a higher stance, a little fake there. Got the head block almost, got an underhook, pretty deep underhook. Chase able to block those hips. Almost in on shot of his own.
No, he's a freshman.
He's okay.
Even on the roster, he's a transfer from Gardner-Webb University, so he might have got redshirted at Gardner-Webb,
Oh,
so that
okay,
might be
okay.
why. But even then, he got recruited by a D1 school and came to Limestone to show what he's made of, and I think the whole season he's showed it so far. And
Definitely a very, very tough wrestler. And on a pretty deep shot here. Just needs to get his legs back. Chase looking to score. You always want to circle towards the body. Almost able to finish, but not quite.
yeah, and you saw the ref starting to count already.
Almost looked like back points
And I think the ref was about to give back points, and
or danger points.
well, he started counting, so. And then-
Yeah, but no points on the scoreboard here.
And that could have just been because the timer went off beforehand. So looks like
Riding time restarted. I don't know if there was any.
there wasn't any. So now you got riding time 7 seconds for Montevallo.
Close match so far, only 1 point scored.
And like you said, 1-0 score. I mean, it's a lot of defense, hand fighting, trying to figure out who's going to go where, who's going to do what.
I think this is almost like a strength battle at this point. By the looks of it, everybody's trying to see who can club harder. Almost going for shots a little bit there.
It's going to be who makes the first mistake for Limestone or Montevallo.
A shot with no setup into the freshman taking a shot of his own.
And see, that right there, the freshman should have put McKinney down right there, but let McKinney.
He still can, definitely has the position here.
But he let McKinney get back around, and now McKinney's trying to get up.
Looking to tilt him over almost. If he just gets his leg out,
And
which he probably can right here if he peels that arm.
Uh-huh. And even then, he doesn't really have to peel it. I mean, every time he moves that right there and got dropped and
short time on the edge. Able to get a
3 point.
takedown, the freshman.
So now 3-1. And it looks like McKinney's going to try to get an escape before he gets out, but probably
They're
not.
very clearly out of bounds, and the ref didn't call it.
Well,
now they are. Now they're going back towards the middle.
Well, see, right there, I think it was because Freeman had his feet still kind of technically in bounds, and they weren't really pushing farther and farther out. So
8 seconds left. This is the first time Limestone's been
down and
down.
And the coach really does not like that call. He's trying to figure out what's going on because
I feel like that was so close to the end of time. Well, and it was also out of bounds. I don't feel like there was any position there really.
Well, I feel like it was more he was trying to say, oh, that's back points because
danger is something.
Yeah, because
a reversal probably.
And the Limestone crowd is not happy with that call. But I mean, it's going to be still a 3-1 advantage to Montevallo, and
he's looking to get one more to hopefully get a little further in the lead, just enough so a takedown will tie it. Big lift there.
And if you're McKinney, you're going to have to go right here. I mean, you got him on this thing. He's going to try to get up. Your best thing to do is try to get back points, try to turn this around to a 4.
McKinney almost needs to just cut him and go ahead and try to get a takedown, but that's really last resort. I mean, if he tries to get some back points here, that'd be preferred, but he just keeps standing up, and now he cuts it, and there you go.
Yep.
So a takedown will change this match into a tie.
Well, I feel like McKinney was just trying to get the riding time back down to 0, because as soon as it got to 0, the riding time, he let him up. So now it's just going to be take your shot, take your shot, pick what shot you want, and take the 3.
He can definitely finish here. Circle around, block that arm. Riding time not going to be a factor now. So it all depends on whether he can finish his shot or not.
Yeah, and you really can't take a risk right here. You're going to have to get well, it looks like
looks like he's just stalling here.
No, he's trying to flip him, actually.
No, it's going to be a stalemate if anything. He's trying to break that grip, and he might.
If he breaks the grip, then that means that Freeman's in an awkward spot, and that could easily go to back point.
Freeman's just hanging out. It could be, yeah, Freeman was just holding it there. He was trying to run down this clock. Less than 30 seconds, it was working.
And McKinney's going to have to take a shot somewhere or another right here. And
Kenny is in deep trouble here.
Got a 3-pointer, and that's probably going to do it for
Kenny. Looking like his head's in the mat. He's just about accepted it.
Yeah, and that's
definitely doable if he was able to get up and move. But looked like the other guy was very, very strong on top. Very, very strong hand fighter. That'll be the first win
for Montevallo. So 19-3 now in favor of the Saints. As we go to the 174-pound class. So for Montevallo, you have Aiden Knight, a 5'10 freshman out of McCalla, Alabama. And for Limestone, you have Garrett Starks, a 5'9 junior out of Greenville, South Carolina. And something about Starks is during any match, he goes quick. I mean, he's going to try to end the match in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, he wants this match to end very, very quickly. You see already he's very, very aggressive in the beginning, going on a shot immediately.
And Garrett cannot.
Wasn't able to get hardly any penetration there, but still had it. Going for a big throw and missed it.
And the best thing for Garrett to do right here is just
very sporadic and almost random.
Garrett's just got to keep circling it with him.
He's in almost good danger here if he's not careful.
And the thing about Starks is if Starks can find some way to push him back on his back, then that can easily end it because Starks is going to have all the momentum on his side. Whereas Knight's just trying to get a circle, trying to get around him and stuff like that. And
goes for a big roll. Hopefully he gets some different position and is able to.
And that's
unfortunately giving up the takedown, but still 2 minutes left in the first period. He has plenty of time.
And that's the thing about Starks is he's quick on his feet. So if he does get back to his feet, then
that could change the match. He just needs to be a little bit more careful going in because you can see already that he just needs to adjust. Oh, big, interesting situation.
That was
there.
a weird situation. I don't know if
that could have been dangerous, but was able to safely bring him down.
No, and see, Knight literally picked him up and just said, okay, I'm just going to set you right back here.
Yeah. Oh, that was almost a suck pack position there. Goes for a big roll again, misses it, and now he's out of bounds.
And see, Starks is trying to find some way to get that roll.
He just wants to get out so he can start getting on his neutral game again, where he's strong.
And Knight's playing a very big factor right here and not allowing it to happen. I mean, Knight has that leg
almost
lock.
Had a cradle there.
Yeah, he has that leg locked and fighting Starks on getting out, and still a lot of arm fighting. I mean, riding times over a minute for Knight. And if Starks
still going,
if Starks can find some way to break this, then this match can easily turn back to something else. And it looks like Starks.
He has the leg. He's almost looking for a reversal here, but let's go with that leg. Says it probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah, look. Yeah, Knight's definitely got his leg locked.
He has his own leg hooked. He can
it looks like
donkey kick out of that.
Back to not being able to use that one. His one strength is his legs, and if he can't get to if he keeps that leg locked, then you're going to put Starks into a weird spot. And something Starks can do right here is just let this time run out, and then when you get your call, go to neutral and get it easy. Just try to get a
2 minutes
ball.
of riding time at the end of the first period. 3-0 lead for Knight.
And
they defer and they're going neutral. He wants to take down quick.
Yeah, and
he wants to run down this riding time as well.
And that's something with Starks is if anytime he can go neutral, he's going to go neutral. He's going to make
a lot less energy by the looks of it. He's not quite as sporadic as the first one. Still goes for a good shot. Not able to defend it. Good head hands here.
And a takedown. So
another 3.
Starks really struggling against Knight right here. Got to stand up a little bit. It's kind of
a little bit, yeah. Legs hurting.
So Starks and Knight still battling here. Knight still
significant riding time here.
Yeah, I was about to say still running the riding game right now. I mean, there's just nothing to it.
Starks really needs to be working on standing up, getting his attacks, getting a reversal or something.
And there was a stall, so looks like we're gonna
Going neutral.
He wants to go neutral right here,
He wants major.
and that's he's battling too. I mean, and they get
And
the
I think he could. I think he's looking for a tag.
yeah, and see right now. I mean,
That was an interesting choice, and gets the takedown.
and he's got him on his back, and no back
Good
points.
for a half there, but coach is telling him to cut him.
Yeah, he's gonna cut him. So, and Garrett's not gonna really get up.
Garrett's visibly frustrated. He does not want it. He does not want that to happen again.
No,
See if he's going to let him.
and if Garrett can get a quick takedown, the momentum could switch. And Knight,
Big move there. Looking for backs. Got two. Getting more. Oh, going for a pin here.
and got him.
Knight gets it. 6 points.
So that's really got Montevallo back in this. So,
Big match there.
and that's what Montevallo needed. Now Montevallo brings up in the 184-pound class, Jeffrey Tubbs, a 6-foot freshman out of Alabasta, Alabama.
3 weight classes left, and it's 19-9, 10-point difference. Pins can win.
And for Limestone, Jaquez Bostic, a 5'10" graduate out of Columbia, South Carolina. So back to the upperclassmen versus freshmen. So see how this goes.
Freshman is a big freshman, and he's proven that he is able to be here and perform.
Yes.
Already in on a shot.
6 foot versus 5'10". Quez trying to
And
get
on
out.
a single, trying to finish here, trying to trip him. Very close to the outside. Trying to drag him back in.
I mean,
There he goes. He's going to double off there. No.
and that was
doesn't
a
get it.
really good play by Bostic.
Yeah, very, very.
Oh, and a
big
reversal.
throw there.
Wow. And if you're Bostic, if you're
Able to throw that by.
if you're Tubbs right there, that is very detrimental right there. You had him on the ropes, and he just gets a quick throw, and
That was pretty humbling. He knows now. He knows what to look for. He knows what to expect in these big college matches now.
yeah, and Bostic's one of the graduates. He's gonna do what he can, and he's not gonna let
Big
you up that
slam
easy.
there.
Bostic is definitely not gonna let you up that easy, and I mean, this-
Audience is definitely getting a lot more into it. Everybody loves it when Quez picks up big guys.
yeah, and Bostic, I wonder if he's gonna allow him to release, and he does cut him.
He wants to get some more points here. So Quez let him go.
So 6 foot freshman versus a 5'10" grad.
Oh, strong move there. Need some hand fighting.
And in this upper class, this is a lot what you're going to see is a lot of hand
A
fighting.
lot of hand fighting. Less feet movement, but still good feet movement out of this freshman.
Yeah, and you're gonna see a lot more throw attempts, a lot more
Big
more
moves.
yeah, big moves.
Going
Quez
for a
gets him in the
single.
foot.
And on a single, wanting to finish here. Doesn't get it yet. Nothing yet. Freshman able to get out of it so far. Has a hard whizzer. Quez able to finish that single leg that he started with. Now sitting the score at 9-1.
And Tubbs really trying to find a way to knock that riding time down while also getting some points for
6-1.
himself.
They messed up the score earlier.
Yeah, so got to find a way to break down his riding time while also trying to find a way to just get the points back. And Tubbs is barely back in the circle, so not going to call it out. And Bostic's not allowing him up. Bostic still fighting. Tubbs still trying to get up, and Bostic with a slam.
Big lift again. Quez, almost like a fan favorite here at Limestone.
I think Quez is the fan
Yeah,
favorite.
I think so.
So, and that's going to do it for the first period. 6-1. Bostic leading with a
Quez defers.
1:37 riding time right now. So, if you're Quez right here, what you doing to try to
Well, in a decent heavy lead, I would almost try to keep him down, looking for a pin, but it looks like he almost lets him go. Nope, he's not letting him go. He wants him back down. He's looking for back points, but not able to get it.
And if you're Tubbs right here, what are you trying to do to get the points back? I mean,
He needs to get on his own attacks. Like, he's been strong on the attacks the whole time. He needs to keep that up, but adjust and, like, not – he sees that Quez has the potential to throw him if he pressures him to Quez too much. So he just needs to look out for that. Maybe go for low shots. I haven't seen any of those so far. I've seen only throw-bys and big shots.
so Bostic's still fighting, and Tubbs takes a quick
Fakes
shot
him out. Quez slips on the shot, still able to get it.
and almost has him on his back. If Quez can get him,
Three-point takedown.
he's almost got him.
He's counting
Counting.
one,
That's going to
two.
be back points, and it's
Not able to pin him.
but it's a quick 4 on back points. So
That was a big lead.
13-2.
13-2.
So another
And a minute left in the second period. Healthy riding time.
he's going to definitely get the point right there. And it's just going to all depend on now is can Quez get 2 more points before Tubbs brings this game back, this lead back. And this will be a huge win for the Saints if they can get it back after taking that loss for
It'll just about put them in a position where the other team can't come back.
and we got a
Maybe a mouth bleed, nosebleed.
nosebleed. Bostic's nose is bleeding right
Yeah.
now.
Ref points at a good bit of blood. You can see it up from here on
Yeah.
the mat.
Yeah, so got to clean that up. I mean, that's the second one we've had today.
Gives the wrestlers like a little breath, kind of. Probably didn't want it, though. Only 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's a good breather. I mean, chance to talk to your coaches, try to fix everything you need to fix. And
At this point, the other team needs to get some serious points. He wants to go. He'll probably go. Well, he won't get choice next period, but he'll need to get on top, and he needs to get a pin at this point. He's not going to come back from back points or takedowns. He needs to get Quez on his back.
so 13-2 lead right now for the Saints and Bostic against Tubbs and the Montevallo.
He's going optional start. Quez is wanting to finish his match.
Yeah, he's gonna cut him.
Nah, he's looking.
Oh no, he was giving him some hope and then throwing him back down. Is that something that you would prefer right there?
In the optional start, you can if you're late, if it's late in the match and you need some serious points, you can wrap them up in a cradle from the optional start position. So that's a good position to get to if you need it. But he didn't need it. I think he just wanted a slam or something.
Yeah. I mean, with the more
Almost 3
slams,
minutes of riding time.
yeah, with the more slams you have, the tired your opponent's going to be, the more battered your opponent's going to be, and with them fighting so much, it's going to turn to something else. And Quez, if he can get this escape right here, I mean, it can turn to a 3-point. Yep, and he
Lets
does
him
get the
go.
escape, and
The takedown will end it.
so huge takedown right here with.
He needs some big moves here. He has a minute and a half to get Quez on his back. And
Yeah.
looks for the ankle pick.
And that's not really what you should be looking for at that point.
Well, it
And-
was almost a good shot. I mean, like I said earlier,
And
he
that's
you didn't see any
gonna
lower
do it.
shots.
Yeah, you can. That was a really good shot earlier, but at that point in the match, that's a really tough position to be in. You were down 17 to. I mean, what, 13-2?
Yeah, it was. There could have been good out of it, but I think it was also he was a freshman, right?
Yeah, he was a freshman.
Yeah, I think it could just be that too.
That's something that he's going to grow in the more that he goes. So now we're in the trying to look, make sure I got the right class. I think we're in the 190.
Should be 97.
Yeah, 197-pound class.
We got 2 more matches left. 24-9.
Savian Graham, a 5'11 freshman out of McCalla, Alabama, for Montevallo. And for the Saints, Jack Trotman, the third.
Had underhooks almost immediately. Got the single leg, was able to finish.
The 6'2 freshman out of Rochester, Wisconsin gets a quick takedown for 3.
Says he's a freshman, but he's definitely a grad student.
Didn't he come from Notre Dame?
I'm not sure
College.
I'm not sure what his history is, but I think he's on his last year.
Yeah,
Looking for cranking that tilt there.
he's trying to get the back point. He's trying to get the back down. Trotman wants to end this real quickly.
And he's probably going to be able to.
And he's almost got him.
It's just sporadic here.
He's almost there.
4.
Got 4 back points, I think.
Yeah, he did. He got him.
So he's got 4 back. And
It's quick 7-0 within the first minute of the match.
Trotman really wants to get this over with quickly. And he's trying to get more back points and just not enough tilt to really get it.
Grad student versus a freshman.
And like you said, it's a lot of freshmen on that Montevallo's team that's really kind of killer.
Our heavyweight is a freshman as well. I think the other team's heavyweight is a freshman too, so that'll be
Yeah, it's
a little
versus
closer
freshman.
match.
Freshman versus freshman, and that's really what it comes down to. Who has the better shots in the 285-pound class too? Because I mean, you're what? You are a 285.
Yeah, I'm a heavyweight as well.
So you know what it takes to really win a 285-pound match. I mean,
Well, I haven't had any college matches yet. Wasn't able to wrestle this year, but
yeah, but I mean, even in high school, you know how different it is at a wrestling match in high school versus watching a college match. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
they've gotten true experience and training and stuff like that, and you know the coach really well, Coach Colin Johnston for the Saints. You know him really well, so you know he's a really good person about training somebody. Looks like Trotman's just
He's looking for that tilt again, that cross-face tilt.
but
And he's really good at it too. Has that leg completely trapped.
yeah, Graham's still battling. And I mean, on the Montevallo's roster, Graham weight class is actually a 84-pound class, but
I guess they didn't have a 97. He had to wrestle up. Unfortunately, against a grad student.
yeah, they got a couple 197s, but I guess they didn't bring them or they just didn't.
I didn't see any.
Well, they're on here.
Oh,
They're just like the next person.
oh, big deep shot there by the freshman.
That or they did weigh-ins today, he weighed in a little bit.
Could be heavy.
Yeah, a little bit heavier because you have to get below the weight of that class to even wrestle. And a lot of times, a lot of these wrestlers, they take a lot of risks. They will for the stalemate, but they will basically just shred pounds to try to get under that mark. So Trotman's still going against
7-0 somehow. I feel like this should have been a 1 point given somewhere. Oh, big back point there, but none given.
No, he
Very
didn't.
risky position for Jack. Able to get 3.
And Trotman, I think Trotman tried to go below him and tried to get a little roll to his back so he have advantage. But
That just shows you that anything can happen. This freshman just put a grad student on his back for a second, but wasn't able to hold it. Now grad student has 3 minutes of riding time and 10 points ahead.
So 10-0 still. Trotman on top. Trying to get a
Freshman wanted that first point quick, first move, and it almost looks like he might get a switch, but Jack has that leg wrapped up pretty tight.
yeah, and you can tell he's looking over
At his coaches, yeah.
Yeah, that's like you said earlier in the match. That's what you're gonna go for, and
Coaches told him, oh, and he was able to reverse it. Just needs to get his legs back.
and
They're able to get it.
so there's a reversal right there for a quick.
He looked like he was going to turn towards the body or towards the head, which is an absolute no-go in this situation. But then he quickly changed his mind and was able to get the reversal. That was a big move.
And that's something that you really want to do right there, especially if you're a freshman and you do that to somebody who's got a lot of experience. I mean, that gives you confidence for the rest of this match. I mean, you can easily come back in and you just can't release him right there. You have to hold on to him and make sure you don't let him go.
There was no points given out there, so 8-point lead, still a major.
And riding time, I think riding time is going to be a factor for Trotman. I mean, it's a minute 10, even if Graham stays on top of him, it's still going to be a minute 10, and it's already a factor.
Cuts him. He needs to get a takedown here and some back points.
Trotman, Graham still battling each other.
A lot less hand fighting here. A lot of hanging.
And Trotman just makes the freshman go for the leg and picks it up. And
Jack was able to just throw it by. That was almost a risky situation right there.
And I think that's because the freshman's trying to over push and Trotman's just over here trying to take advantage of it.
He can still.
Graham gets a 3 right there. Probably looking for the
healthy lead here.
He's going to have the major most likely unless something drastic changes. But
in a minute.
But he could.
He's got 3 points to get.
He could seriously get those 3 points right here.
Get that tech fall.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to get, is a tech
45
fall.
seconds left. I don't know.
I mean, he might if he gets the back points and he's in a dangerous spot.
Put himself in a really risky situation, but he was really hoping to maybe drive through and drive over and maybe get Jack on his back, but didn't work out for him. Now it's short time left in the match, and if this match is pretty much over.
If you're Graham, just take the 14-2 loss. I mean, you got 20 seconds left. Don't risk getting a tech fall right here.
He can still save the team points. Like, if he doesn't get pinned, he saves 2 points. If he doesn't get teched, it's 1 point that he saves. So just staying where he is right now is probably a good idea. 4 minutes of riding time.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a graduate. That's just Trotman with a really big chance at a lead. So now we're going down to the final class. Limestone's going to definitely take this one. There's nothing that Montevallo can do. But with 28-9 lead, even a tech fall, even a fall is not going to do anything about it. It's 6 points, so Limestone's definitely going to take this. It's just by a matter of how much. So Limestone will improve to 3-2 on the season.
This is going to be an interesting match. Freshman versus freshman. Very visibly bigger guys. Let's see. Standing pretty high. Caleb, not much of a offensive wrestler, but he's very slick with big throws. And if you're not careful, if you're pressing into him too hard, he'll throw you in a second. So
yeah. So Noah Todd, the 5'9" freshman out of Lebanon, Tennessee, for Montevallo, and Caleb Melton, a 6'1" freshman out of Roebuck, South Carolina for Limestone. And I'm going to let
Got
Mark.
those double underhooks there.
I'm going to let Mark take full control of this. This is his class. He's got full control of this match right here.
Caleb has those double overs, and he was looking for it there. Noah also almost had a trip. You see a lot of hanging, but almost a duck under. Caleb, that looked like an awkward position, but Caleb is very comfortable there. He's able to switch that around quickly. Breakaway and back in. Hanging collar tie. Double collar. Not much hand fighting from Caleb or Noah. They're really wanting a trip. In heavyweight, you almost get a takedown, and then just whoever gets a takedown wins. You don't see a whole lot of movement, but we've seen a lot of throw attempts already, trip attempts.
Could that be because of where the placement of their foot is?
I think it's just the wrestlers themselves. Caleb, like I said, big throw guy, and that's what he's been looking for. Noah is looking for all trips so far, but he did one duck under, so who knows?
I mean, Noah, even on here, he's got 197, so he's
A smaller guy. Doesn't look like a smaller guy.
he can definitely take advantage.
There's a deep underhook there, but no head position.
Coach is really getting into it for both sides, players also as well.
Looks like he almost wanted a throw by there.
And if nothing drastic changes, this match is going to go to the second period, 0-0.
I'm expecting big moves out of this match. At least one. First period, we're not going to see it.
And like you said, big moves right here, and it looks like Melton is going to be going down first. And did you get the chance to wrestle against Melton?
Caleb? Yeah, I was able to wrestle Caleb a little bit.
So you know what to expect from him.
A little bit. I haven't wrestled him too much, but he also comes from a really tough high school as well. Like, when we wrestled them in high school, they were very, very tough. And I didn't get to wrestle the same time as him. I graduated a little earlier. But I know they're a tough team. I know he's coming from a tough background. And from what I've seen so far, he's a tough kid. Got the escape. Now sitting at 1-0, 3 seconds riding time.
And Todd.
Big opportunity here to score. Is he going to get it? He does. Noah able to double leg him.
Todd,
knock him off balance, looking for a power half.
Todd, a kid from Tennessee and from Wilson Central High School in Tennessee. So that's a pretty big school. So
Minute left in the second period. Look for a switch, but gets an escape. Looking at 2-3. Caleb needs to do some moves. He's not normally an offensive wrestler, but.
And if you got the crowd, does that crowd give you a little bit more of a advantage?
Absolutely. It's just you feel more peer pressure to say, I have to perform now. Short time. Caleb needs some offense if he's going to get in the lead. He still has another period, but don't want to risk getting taken down short time right now, which could be what happened. Interesting situation there.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. Todd pushed Milton out, and it was kind of a weird spot.
And in the second period, looks like Noah wants to go neutral.
So a neutral spot right here.
Okay, this is interesting. Caleb really needs to show some offense here. Down 1 point and then be able to hold it. Backing up, you need to circle. Caleb is just backing up, but that's also what he's looking for to get that big throw there. He's getting his hands in position here. Could possibly get it. He was looking for it. He's stalling, but he was also backing up trying to get those arms. He's looking to throw him. That's what he wants. He backs up again, and he could totally get this right now.
So Milton down 4-2 right now.
Got a stalling point, so he really needs a takedown now. Just came out of football. He looks a little out of shape just from the lack of the intensity from just playing football. Almost gets taken down again. Looking to throw him. Nothing yet. And that's 3. And now with a minute left, he really needs
He's got to make a
push
move.
here.
He's got to make a move.
Switch something. He's gonna let him. Todd's gonna let him up.
Now
He wants to see what he's made of.
You got to. Hey, here's
40
where it
seconds
counts.
left.
Here's where it counts right here. You got 40, like you said, 40 seconds left. You got to do something right now. Right here,
No
right now.
hand fighting, but there needs to be a sense of urgency if Caleb wants to get ahead of this. Todd just holding his head down. He's enjoying this. There's no hand fighting. 30 seconds left. He wants it big. He wants a big throw. No setup will
That's going to do it.
go into another takedown for Todd.
Now it's just keeping it to a minor, not a major win. And 3, 2, 1. So
Winner in the heavyweight, Noah Todd of Montevallo.
So that's going to do it here. Saints lose the last match, but gets a win right here.
28-12.
Yeah.
Solid match.
Please drive home
So,
safely.
so that's going to put Limestone, like I said earlier,
3-2.
3-2 overall.
3-2.
They're going to be 2-0 at home. And then Montevallo is now going to be 2-2 in overall with a 1-2 record away. So really good matchup for both teams here and there, as Limestone does get the victory. And we want to thank the whole crew, Ferris, Steph Eves over there on the PA doing announcing, letting us know who's playing, who's doing what, who's going to be starting what. And I want to thank Mark for hopping on with me today and
Definitely been fun today.
knows a lot more about this than I do. So that will about do it right here. Limestone gets the win. So see you next time as we say goodbye for now. End the stream.